Look. Beat out up here right now. King Los up here right now. Their opponents aren't here to do the face-offs right now. So we got both up here to talk to the people.
Why would they be?
I don't know.
Y'all niggas don't even want to look at me right now. Nah.
So let's start with you, King Los, right? So
Aries, God, vegan.
I respect vegans.
Hey.
I respect them. Mind, body, and soul, right? So basically,
everybody be saying that. I hate that shit, man.
So
damn, I hate that shit.
So King Los, a lot of people know you from the deal with Bad Boy, the crazy freestyles on Sway. You know what I mean? And they're viewing you as an industry rapper coming into this, but it's a little different because the narrative surrounding you is you one of the few people with industry experience and can actually do it in a battle. But what a lot of people don't know is you do have history battling people in the streets. So there was rumors about a battle with you and Cassidy. Is that true?
Yeah, I battled Cass in Baltimore. Man, this was around like medieval times. Like this was before like camera phones. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like no footage really. Like it was like camcorder.
No, they didn't say camera, like it hit camera phone. Like
they
niggas recording camera. He talking about shit you can't even snap a picture of.
Yeah, it was like literally like holding camcorders this high up, like shit like that. So yeah, it was back in the day, and I ran up on Swiss because he was in Baltimore, and I ran up on him, and I was basically trying to get on because Baltimore disgusting, and I was tired of being broke, and I'm rapping my ass off. There's no outlets, so like my man called me and said the Swiss Beats and all them niggas was at the park, so I ran up that motherfucker, and I told Swiss that like, yo, I do my shit, like I'm trying to spit for you. He was like, well yeah, well these niggas do their shit too, they the best to do it, so like what you saying? Swiss was always trying to start some shit. Shout out to Swiss, that's my nigga. And he had Cassidy right there. And I didn't really know of Cassidy like that at the time. I think I had heard of him, but I wasn't really like I wasn't in like the mindset of like giving fucks. So I was like, well nigga, the fuck, like we gets down, like, you know what I'm saying? We gets the fuck down. So what's happening?
Who all he had with Cassidy?
He had a couple. He was making Full Surface at that time, the label. So he had a couple artists on Full Surface, and Cass was like the lead off guy. And he was like swinging, and shit got crazy. Shit got real crazy.
Cass said he's 5,001 and 0.
Cass say he undefeated.
I'm gonna keep it real. No, he didn't.
He said 5,001 and 0.
No, that's not what he said.
Oh, okay.
That's not what he said verbatim.
Okay.
He said, except for one situation.
Okay.
Oh, y'all remember that? Everybody remember that. When he said, except for one situation, but I was in another nigga's hometown. He had a bunch of people hyping him. Yeah, he said that. You know what I'm saying? And
So
it could.
I win.
And that's what I'm saying. It could seem that way to a nigga.
That smoke so bad. I want to know how that shit was. That smoke too. I did, man. I did, bro. I didn't go there. I was young too.
This the battle that Mook never had,
Yeah, like how did it go?
To a nigga that's coming to my city, he could feel like maybe that energy is against him. But when you from Baltimore, the main thing you know is niggas don't fuck with niggas like that. Like other Baltimore niggas don't just, oh, you from Baltimore, I fuck with you. It's like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Like niggas will stare you down before they give you your props, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't in a situation where I had a bunch of people amping me. What I did was, we went book to book. And it was like, he hit, I hit, he hit, I hit. We was both entertaining the people. I ran out of raps. I don't know if nobody knew that. This nigga had raps forever. Forever. Like, and the craziest, he's saying the craziest shit. But I'm saying the craziest shit too. But, so I had to go to my freestyle because I ain't had shit left. And when I went to my freestyle, it created another element in the battle where it was actual in the moment. And then Swiss was like, oh shit, like you could see the shit I'm saying. I'm talking about niggas around. And I'm in an energy where I'm just like, my energy is crazy. So it kind of upped it. When Cassidy went to come back, you just heard like a girl or something in the background like, that shit written. That ain't freestyle, boo-boo. Some shit the girl said and everybody's like, oh, like crowd reaction. It's like a long time ago when Rough Riders You know what I'm saying? Just riding a bike. So it just, the crowd reaction kind of made everything just go crazy. And, you know, I guess they were saying, you know what I'm saying, you know, your boy did that, you know? And I mean, I always had a wicked freestyle game like that. So I wasn't scared to go to my freestyle. That was actually my strength. You know what I'm saying? Because the written, you know, 4-bar setup, punch. You get sick of that after you're rapping for 20 minutes straight against a person. So I just created a different element, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to Cass, you know what I'm saying?
So playing off what you just said, I heard a lot of people say, yo, Los is fire. I think Los will do good. But they also feel like you might come in there and freestyle the whole battle. What do you have to say to a fan that's going to say that?
I might. I might. You know what I'm saying? I might.
I mean, do you feel like
it just depends on what happens. You know, I'm not so in control. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the shit. I wouldn't even be in battle rap if I was. I wouldn't even be here. These niggas is killers. I'm looking at a bunch of fucking killers. These niggas is killers. I wouldn't even be here if I wasn't with this shit and if I ain't go with the flow. I'm down for anything. I'm just down for the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. I'm with the culture, and I'm for it. I could freestyle at any given moment, so that ain't the case. That's not like I'm not about to prepare and I'm not about to cook. I'm about to cook. You feel me?
Do you feel like, because there's been some battles in the past, like Cannabis, for instance, where a lot of people might have said, you know what, if Cannabis do good, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the ring.
He was on drugs.
You know what I'm saying? He probably was.
He said it. No, he said it.
Oh, okay.
Him and Clef just put out a record, and he said that he was on prescription medicine. You know, the nigga was in the military, and he was going through shit, so it had him. He said he heard voices coming out the book saying, nigga, pick me. So, like, even the way he described it was ill. Cannabis is one of my favorite all-time rappers ever. Nothing's gonna make me not like Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? But he was under the influence of certain shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not.
But I guess what I got.
Nothing has influenced me. This whole time I prep. Not Ice, not the crowd, not the battle rap platform. I'm gonna be real. Even the question of people saying, you rapping all that astronomical, pastronomical stuff ain't gonna work on the battle stage, make me wanna do it even more. It make me wanna be that nigga even more because that's an inferiority. When people start doing that, they showing inferiority. They scared. They don't want you to come and shift the culture and they have to live up to a new standard. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you, man. If I tell Mook to come to the studio with me and I play him a song, now, he's not per se an industry artist, but he's had record deals, right? If I play him a record that might be my single, even as a battle rapper, he can listen to that record and say, bro, I think you probably need to swoop, swap, swip, swap, swip. And I might say, you know what, damn, you're right, right? So me being a industry rapper, whatever you want to call me, I'm still an elite lyricist. When I listen to battle rappers, I hear a bunch of shit that niggas need to do better. So why I'm gonna come to the game and let a nigga tell me to decrease my main thing of value to fit in with niggas? Like, yo, you ain't gonna fit in. Since when the fuck did I ever try to fit in? That ain't never been my shit. I ain't never tried to fit in.
I'm gonna take a question right here from him.
Yeah, let's go.
Do you feel any pressure now that you battling Ice in Harlem?
It ain't in Harlem.
Well, from Harlem.
Please, let's from Harlem. Yeah, cause you know, this shit was in Harlem. Trust me.
You guys pressure because Ice is from New York and the battle is in New York?
Yeah, I mean, basically from, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not being Daylight and then being Ice.
Okay.
I feel absolutely no pressure. You know what I'm saying? I feel zero motherfucking pressure. My greatest pressure comes from me living up to my legacy and not letting people sway me out of being myself. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to see King Los. They already deliberated what they feel like the verdict is going to be already. I just got to go up there and fulfill the motherfucking prophecy. I don't have to go do nothing different but go up there and be King Los. I don't have to go up there and turn into Murder Mook or turn into Ill Will. I gotta go up there and be Los. The niggas want to see Los. That's why they wanted to see Los in Daylight. Because Daylight just gonna be Daylight. No matter what light you get Daylight, right? And then Los is gonna be Los. So they was just ready for that. They didn't care. They just wanted to see that. So I'm gonna go up there now and switch up that because it's Ice and now feel pressure. Nigga, you know I ran through the streets in New York before I got a record deal. I ran through New York.
Let Will. Yeah, my son Will don't talk much. Come over here.
I just wanted to know, like on a scale from 1 to 10, how cold am I, bro? I mean, if you want to answer that, you can. But no, I got a real question. I got a 2-part question. Let me answer that.
My nigga.
Let me answer that. On a scale from 1 to 10. On a scale from 1 to 10. On your worst night, you were 8.
Any nigga in Baltimore talking that dumb shit, let me know. All right, now my 2-part question. 2-part question. All right, 2 point. I don't know if somebody already asked this, but I'm gonna ask because I just got in here like 10 minutes ago. But of course, you know the stigma of industry rappers coming in.
Yes, sir.
So my first question was, do you feel? Well, I guess you don't feel any pressure there. So I want to ask this question kind of different. You know, it's not a 2-part question. I'm gonna just ask you this straight up. What is going to? Yeah, it is a 2-part question. What is? No, because I just thought of it. What is going to be different with King Los aside from Joe Budden, Mr. Fab? Who else came back? Cassidy. What's going to be different? And my second part is everybody that came back, we pretty much didn't. You know what I'm saying? So. What did they do wrong, or what did they lack when they came back?
So for the people on the stream, what Ill Will just asked is every industry rapper that came into the battle, he just asked Los what they lacked.
Well, basically, the difference between me and my predecessors is that it's what I stand for, you know. My consistency, my integrity is everything to me. And you could put that in any arena. You know what I'm saying? We could go to scholarship. You know what I'm saying? We could go to spirituality. We could go to whatever, but when you consistent in your heart, you know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also from the battle culture when it was, in my opinion, the ugliest. That's why Mook was chasing Cassidy. Because to kill that lion, you the king of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't been like that since. And there's been niggas who had traces of that in their blood. Like you and a few other motherfuckers that got that in them. You know what I'm saying? And that comes, like I was telling bro, it comes from a legacy. It comes from a lineage. And I'm from that lineage. So that's the key difference of me, Buttons, and all them. I never had a hit record. You know what I'm saying? Automatically, I never had a hit record that I purposely was trying to go in there and make a hit record. I make what the fuck I want. I do what I want. I make as much money as I motherfucking want. You know what I'm saying? I do whatever I want. That's the difference. And I'm not coming there trying to be nothing but myself. And I got something for the game. I got something for niggas, bro. And the second part is, what they did wrong, they battled. They shouldn't have battled. They should have just let another nigga that could do that do that. And I'm that nigga. Dude. That's what I want to hear, my nigga.
In 2016, you had an interview with Rap Grid, and you mentioned a couple battlers there. You said it was hard to beat. You said Goods and Had Ice. Why do you think Had Ice is difficult to beat?
So real quick before you answer that, he just asked in a previous interview with Rap Grid, he said King Lo said that Had Ice would be somebody hard, and you just said the other one was Goods?
Yeah, well, I'm asking for Ice.
Okay, yeah. Well, Ice would be hard to beat, so.
Yeah. Well, let me preface that question like this. When I used to battle, dudes would come to me and say, "Hey, you gotta battle my man." And I'm like, "Why?" They be like, "Man, I'm telling you, you battle my man nice, he hard to beat." And I would say like, he better be. Or why you even mention them to me? So when it comes to people like Goods and Head Ice, I feel like you battling persona. And you're battling consistency. You battling literally a nigga's consistency. If a nigga literally wake up every day and say he don't talk to no girls that don't got a car. He created a new standard that most men don't have. Because most men will take a pretty girl that's completely broke. But he like, nah, you got to have a Benz or better. He gonna be that nigga. Because he just created a standard and a consistency. And people gonna notice, every time I see you with a chick, she got a nice whip, bro. People gonna start to take notice to that, and you can stand on that. You can stand on like, look, man, I'm just saying, if I give me a chick, she gotta have something going for herself. She ain't about to be all in my pocket. What you bring to the table? You can just create a standard. I got a standard of excellence. So when you see Goods and Head Ice, man, I really feel like they got similar styles. I feel like Wolf pushed his line a little more, but I feel like that's all in stature because he big, you know? And I like that. So I always admired him and Goods. Goods is one of my favorite battle rappers. I feel like can't nobody beat Goods because you gotta beat that swag. You gotta beat all that swag up there. And it's like, hey, listen. This is what I'm saying. Styles make fights, right? So I'm just saying, I always felt that way. I'm not saying nobody's invincible, but I'm saying I always felt like it'd be very hard to beat Head Ice and Goods because you're not just battling lyricism. Just like with Past Day. You can come to him with all that stuff, but he just got this style that's so consistent, you got to figure out how to be the best you. When you start trying to deconstruct him, you focusing on him too much. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, to answer your question, I do believe they are both two tough battle rappers, and I still think that ever since 2016, because I'm a fan of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
So, next question from Clinton.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go back to like when you was talking about the freestyle, because I know, like right here in this room right now, I can freestyle some marvelous shit. You feel me? But when I get on the stage, that shit just don't come out like that. So, what I want to ask you is, do your shit translate the same in front of thousands of people as it do in front of 10 niggas? Cause my shit don't.
So Clean just asked, he said he can freestyle some of the craziest stuff in a small room when he with his peoples off a big stage, but it's not gonna come out the same. And he's wondering if that's the same for Los.
I'm gonna preface that question like this. I talked to Verb a long time ago. We was on the phone and he was talking about getting booed in New York and how it affected him and affected his performance, right? Right? He talked about it, right? He talked about getting booed and how the crowd can. And I asked him a question. I said, first of all, no excuses from a champion. You know what I'm saying? You a champion, you a motherfucking champion, bro. Like, that's what you signed up for. First and foremost, so shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. Secondly, you guys, I said, secondly, why didn't you just become the villain? Like, you gave yourself a platform to be the villain, nigga. The Joker is just...
You said embrace it.
Huh?
You said embrace the villain.
Yeah, embrace the villain. Embrace the villain. Become that. That's becoming the villain. Embracing that. And I'm like, so when it come to freestyling on the big stage, your only problem is because you gotta think about it. It ain't no difference where you at, because you always you. You looking at the circumstances and you thinking about what if I failed. My shit is, I failed so many times, nigga, how much more could I fail than I've ever failed in my life? So I'm fearless. That's the why I freestyle so flawlessly when niggas be like, yo, how you do that shit? I lined 60 students up at a major college, bro, and had every last kid throw me words, and the only rule was they couldn't repeat the same word twice, and I eliminated everybody. So when I do that with one person, and you see me on the internet, and I just be trolling, I know you're not about to jam me up. It's funny to me. You seen every battle rapper in that room with me? All them niggas was on stuff. These is the niggas with all the words. With Brother Polite. The nigga with all the other rest of the words. I'm fearless. And I know how to take energy because it can't be created nor destroyed. Just transfer from one form to the next. So I know how to take that energy and I know how to use that shit, man. I feed off that. I got the spirit. I got the spirit, brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hakuna Matata, nigga.
Okay, so look everybody. We got three more. We got 1, 2, 3 more questions for Los.
Yeah.
Then we gonna jump to B-Dot, right? So you in the corner, you was first.
Wait, I had a question.
I said 1, 2, we got 3 more questions.
Oh.
Los, we know you can rap. We also know you can freestyle, but
You about to set me up.
no, listen.
We know you can rap.
But battle rap is also, I think everybody in this room can agree, about creating moments. Do you feel like you can come to the culture and create a moment that's unforgettable?
So his question is, battle rap is about creating moments, and does Los feel like he can come into the culture and create a moment?
I'ma set him up.
Nah.
If I fail miserably, would you ever forget it?
I don't know.
All right then.
Remember that shit forever.
So look. That was dope. So look, we got one question back here, then move. Then we gonna get to
That bitch genius.
Los, piggybacking off what you were saying about energy, and this is going into your first battle. Are you writing your rhymes in a composition book, or are you writing them on your phone for this battle?
I don't write in phone. I rarely write in books, but I do most of my writing in my head. And I was talking to Disaster, and he was just like, write some stuff down. Just make sure you have something to look at sometimes. So I was like, you know what? All right, I ain't write a rap in 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I don't write none of my freestyles, so I'm like, you know what? I'll jot some stuff because I'm an artist. I like to draw, scribble, scratch. So I get into all that shit. I write like hieroglyphics, so it's not like you could open this book and read none of this shit. All this shit is gibberish because it's just scatterbrained thoughts from a genius. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just like you couldn't pick this up and read none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to make history. You know what I'm saying? This is here. I have this 15, 20 years from now, and I put it on a pile with the other, 100,000 books. Just my literature, Shakespeare shit.
So move. We're gonna hold off on your question.
I'm a historian.
We're gonna get you in verb up to the podium, all right?
What? No, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Fuck you, man. I was trying to ask a question before all these niggas. I just want to ask. I just want to say something.
Name the question. I just believe that this battle is going to be better than you and Daylight, to be honest. Because I'm going to tell you why. You and Daylight would have been so much me trying to figure out what the fuck y'all niggas trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you and Ice, now it forces you to have to come out your element somewhat, and he got to come out his element to make the shit happen. Meaning, what we know about you, we know about you. What we know about Ice, we know about you. Like Ice, what he gonna be, who you gonna be, we know what we gonna hear. So when we saw you in Daylight, we knew what we was gonna hear. But now it's gonna have to be some more talking involved of you having to battle rap him and not his raps. You understand? Like with Daylight, you just had to really kind of battle rap his rhymes and just a little bit of his character.
That's not true.
No? So all right, go ahead, tell me why.
First and foremost, when it comes to lyrical attribute, it ain't nobody on the planet that I can't out rap. Everybody know that. Respectively, everybody know that. When it comes to lyrical, I'ma say it again.
Hold on. Let him get it off.
In a room full of
Hold on, because you going.
No. Let me come full circle for you then.
Because I wasn't even saying.
But no, hold on.
All right, go ahead.
I'm compartmentalizing it. All right, so I'm saying when it comes to solely just a lyrical attribute, right? There's nobody in this realm of earth that we live on that could puzzle me lyrically. Like, no, there's nobody. Like, there's not a human being when it comes to lyrical attribute. So I don't even write for that perspective. I only write for integrity based. The lyrics just come with it. They just part of the package. So I'm actually looking at everybody's character. I'm looking at Daylight. I wouldn't even battle Daylight just for a wit of the words.
Okay.
I wouldn't even battle him because it's like, it would be so much shit not said. Like, Daylight did a bunch of shit that I don't agree with. I had material. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to cleanse the body. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to Ice, I had to sit back and say, am I gonna take it?
Like a half a round?
I had to say,
I heard it.
listen. I got a little something at the battle because he released half of his verse online. I ain't like when he did that. I felt like he ain't have a whole round, and he was just trying to have a moment with the people.
Right.
So I got some shit cooked up in the battle. I'm gonna save it for the cook-up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save it for the cook-up. But like, it's all with me. It's integrity based. I won't even battle somebody if I'm just about to get up there and we about to talk shit back and forth. I really gotta have a meaning into why I'm about to do this, because I'm not here to degrade none of my brothers. I know it's a combat, but I'm not here to just be talking you down, because like some people never recover from this shit. I know when it come to me, it's a lot of niggas.
I feel you.
It's a lot of Dre. Wait, hold up. Dre, how many niggas in our city right now never recovered from this shit, bro? They still bring this motherfucking missile, and that shit dropped them off in Saudi Arabia somewhere. Niggas ain't make it back. You know what I'm saying? They just put on the guards and just do it in the desert. Niggas ain't make it back, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, niggas ain't make it back. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit used to discourage me. Seeing niggas like 4 years later and be like, yo, what's up with you, bro? What you into? Oh man, I work at Walmart, bro. What? Yeah, bro, I just figured like, man, like, what? You gave up? I had something to do with that? Nah. So now when I'm coming from a different perspective, so that's gonna set me apart just in itself. You know what I'm saying?
So real quick, they told me we gotta move on. We gotta move on to the next one. But real quick.
Big head smack the shit out of a dope fiend. I got the whole cream. Bunchy Cartier, aka a hoe's dream. Pull up if you smoke lean. I got a lot of products, let's get a lot of dollars. I rock a lot of Javinci and Louis Vuitton. Spend 40 on the charts like them niggas that were federal. Nah, we ain't learn from them. Connect, we burn from them. We